Hey, Nature Fan. Hey, Baragon. Or Jurassic, sorry. Yep, here I am. Nope, I don't think so. No, mom called dinner and I was hungry, so I went down for dinner. I hope class was good. Guys, I'm tired. And I've had 15 minutes, 20 minutes where I was taking 30 minutes where I was taking care of the dogs. Glad to hear it. Um 15 minutes of time that I was playing a little bit of a video game. That's how much time I've had away from YouTube. I wouldn't have it any other way. So I decided to go down and have dinner with my family. I learned to have dinner with my family, that it's okay. Sorry, guys, I gotta find where. I gotta figure out. There is only one game right now, and that's Ark Evolved. Ark Survival Evolved. I have five. I have five um spitters, Dilophosaurs. I have not one but two Triceratops and one Pachycephalosaurus. I almost had a metallic one, but I can't find it. My next thing is either a Sarco. I'm either going to go for the Sarco next or maybe a Raptor. I don't know. We'll see. I gotta find. Hold on. Okay, this is a. Give me a second. I have to get my little. Oh, don't you hate that when you go to highlight something and you can't get it highlighted? Because a lot of those 18 people don't do likes. Okay. It goes quick. Okay. Whoa, not okay. Why can I not? Why won't it let me? Why won't it let me do it? Oh, I know why. Still too much. Hold on, guys. Okay. Now will you let me do it? Sorry. It's not my problem. Hey, D-Man. No, it's not my fault. The stupid, I shouldn't say stupid. The, poll wouldn't let me do anything. I had too many characters. Okay, so the poll for today. If you could only have one dessert for tonight, are you picking the ice cream bean or the blue Java banana? I do have a confession to make about the blue Java banana that is in the thumbnail, but you gotta stick around until I discuss the blue Java banana to find out what the confession is. Welcome back, everyone. It is 6 p.m. live, and we are officially live. If you're joining us for the first time, you picked the perfect night. Today, we're diving into two holy grails of the tropical fruit world, the ice cream bean and the blue Java banana. Now, a lot of you are asking, where are the fruits? There aren't any. And you're probably not asking that. Here's the truth. These fruits are so rare and so delicate that getting them to my location in perfect condition is an adventure all in of itself. Tonight, I'm taking you behind the curtain. We aren't just looking at them, we're dissecting the science, the mystery, and the scam surrounding one of these fruits. Because let's be real, is that banana actually blue? And does that bean really taste like vanilla? We're going to find out. Before we start, I want to see blue in the chat if you've ever seen a blue Java banana in real life. Or if a bean, so I want to see either bean or blue, if you've ever tasted the ice cream bean. So let's see how many of you have actually found these legends. We are on a journey to find and document every rare fruit. And if you want to be a part of that adventure on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. We're chasing the ice cream bean and the blue Java banana, and you're coming with us. You don't have a choice. I haven't either. I wish. But there is a place in Florida where you might have a chance to have it. We are going to start with the one that sounds like it belongs in a candy shop. The ice cream bean. Imagine a pod that can grow up to a meter long, filled with white, fluffy cotton candy that tastes like vanilla ice cream. But there's a catch. There's a reason you don't see these in grocery stores, and you're going to find out why. You know me, and you know when it comes to scientific terms, my brain just shuts down. So, to counteract that, there we go. That's better. So, this is the family that the ice cream bean belongs to. Now, you are probably going to be familiar with some of these terms, some of these plant names. Either you've had them or you know about them. These ice cream beans are in the same family as lima beans, chickpeas, acacia trees, honey locust trees, jicama, kudzu, licorice, mesquite, peanut, and the eastern redbud tree, as well as a whole entire mix of other species. The tree can grow to be 17 to 30 meters tall, or 55 to 98 feet. So not the tallest tree that we've ever talked about on the channel, but not the smallest either. The flowers are pretty cool. They are open for only one night a year. One. And they are pollinated by bats, hummingbirds, and hummingbird moths, hawk moths. The pods can reach 2 meters or 6 feet, but usually they're going to be between 6 to 12 inches. Animals feed on the beans and help disperse them as well. It is a legume, and being a legume, they are nitrogen fixers. Ice cream beans have different names depending upon the country that you find them in. These guys are going to be native to South America, but they have been spread to Central America, Mexico, South or Florida, Hawaii, Australia, and Southeast Asia. And they get their name, ice cream bean, because the fruits have a similar flavor and texture to a vanilla bean. Another site claims that the pulp has the taste of vanilla ice cream with a hint of cream, vanilla, and cinnamon. And it's not something you're going to find in your local grocery store unless you live someplace where they grow, because they don't ship well. How do you eat these guys? You open up the pod and suck off the pulp from the seeds. And I happen to have pictures. So these are the pods. And here's another picture. That long curvy thing is a bean. Now, these guys are very easy to open up. Here's the pod. And these are the black that you see is the seed. And what you eat is this white around the seeds. Now, the beans are considered to not be edible, at least not raw, but if boiled in salted water, you can supposedly eat the seeds, but that's not why we are here. Now, if you open one of these pods, you have 3 to 5 days to eat them, and if they're in the refrigerator, they might last 1 to 3 weeks. Any questions? going to take that as a no. But if they do pop up, I will answer them. So we've unzipped the mystery of the ice cream bean. It's fluffy, it's vanilla, and it's basically nature's cotton candy. But before we get not particularly. Oops. Because they can be found from Brazil, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, Venezuela, and Brazil, extending north into Central America and Mexico. It thrives along riverbanks and wet forest edges from sea level to higher elevations. Owned. But before we get to the blue Java banana, the fruit that literally looks like it's from another planet, I want to see how much you think these legends are worth. And we're just talking about the ice cream banana. These aren't your local 79-cent a pound bananas because they are so hard to ship and so rare to find that the price tags are absolutely insane. I want you to guess in chat, how much do you think a single box of blue Java bananas, about 3 to 5 pounds, costs to have shipped to your door in the United States? Is it give me your best Price is Right guess in the answer in the chat. I'm looking for the closest guess without, of course, going over. If you get it right, I'll give you a shout out for our top fruit trader of the night. Drop those numbers now. And while you're guessing, if you want to know when these prices drop or where the best places are to find them without breaking the bank, make sure you subscribe and maybe I will post a place where you can buy them. Do I have everybody's guesses? Okay, some of you I will tell you right now are way too high. On the actual price for a high quality overnight shipped box of blue Javas is around $90 to $120. So nobody really. I mean, they're not super pricey, but definitely out of my pocketbook range. So, did you see the blue Java bananas in the live's thumbnail? How many of you saw the thumbnail? Nature fan, well done, dude. If you saw the nice bluey colored bananas in the thumbnail, you are probably being scammed. And I don't say that lightly. Now, those are not the colors of a ripe. Those are not the colors of a ripe blue Java banana. It didn't take me long to find a picture of ripe Java blue bananas. However, those are blue Java bananas. They look sort of like blue Java bananas, or they look like normal bananas, except that if you look, at least at this one, they're a little bit chunkier and a little bit smaller. The truth is, if you ever see these guys as young bananas, they are a much lighter color of blue. Now, they have several common names to talk about, including the blue banana, the ice cream banana, the vanilla banana, Hawaiian banana, and from there, why are they called a blue Javan banana if when they get mature, they're not blue? That's because as young, unripe fruits, they are sort of a powdery blue color. When they ripe, they lose that blue color and are yellow. Now, banana trees, if you did not know, are not a tree and they're not a banana. Or they are not a tree and they're not a palm tree. So then what are they? Banana plants, think of them as just a large weed. They literally are a clumping plant. They're a herbaceous plant, meaning they're basically an oversized, I don't know how to explain it, an oversized corn plant, sort of, but not as, anyway, yeah. They have a rhizome, and that rhizome will develop pups, which are young plants. No, and you're right. And instead of being green, these bananas are sort of a bluish green color. I've heard it described. This is a plant that can actually survive some snow, believe it or not. It's not, I don't think it'll handle the temperatures that we had in Northwest Indiana today, but they can handle some cold. Now, this is not a species of banana. It is actually the hybrid, a natural hybrid of two different bananas. The flavor is said to be gentle. While the fruits are younger, they are firm and mildly starchy. As it matures, the texture turns soft and custardy with hints of vanilla. If you do get your hands on these guys, you can freeze them and then blend them up, and you will have banana ice cream. Right. But they will grow in the tropics. But they can stand limited cold. You're probably not going to grow them in my neck of the woods, because it gets too cold. But Kentucky, maybe Tennessee, Virginia, you might be able to get away with growing these guys. Before we sign off, we have to address the elephant in the room. And we've already talked about this. I've already let the cat out of the bag. But these, like I said, are the normal colored bananas. These are blue Java bananas. And you really can't tell it, but they are a little bit different sized. So it's time for a quick round of myth versus reality. The game show where I make up the rules to see what's actually true about blue Java bananas. They are, here's the myth, myth number 1. They are bright neon blue. What? Is it reality or is it a myth? Or actually, no, it doesn't. No, never mind. Forget I said that. Forget I said that. They are bright neon blue. Reality. If you see a photo of a banana that looks like a Smurf, it's photoshopped. In reality, they have a silvery blue bloom or wax on the skin when they're unripe. As they ripen, they will turn a pale, dusty yellow. So don't get scammed by the bright blue bananas pictures online. Myth number 2. They taste exactly like vanilla ice cream. Reality, mostly true. They don't have that fake vanilla flavor, but the texture is incredibly creamy, like a custard. And they have a natural vanilla scent. People call them the vanilla or ice cream banana because if you freeze them and blend them, you don't need to add sugar or dairy. Myth number 3. They grow in the snow. True. Well, mostly. They are one of the most cold, hardy bananas out there, and they can survive temperatures that would kill the standard Cavendish banana, which is what you buy at the grocery store. Which is why they are the dream plant for backyard gardeners. We are not over, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. What an incredible night diving into the blue Java and ice cream bean. But before I head out, I need to get your Friday, January 23rd cleared up. We are switching gears from rare fruits to rare experiences with a Zoo to Do double feature. We are talking about those bucket list moments. You know, the ones, the extras, the VIP encounters, and the special tours that cost a little more but give you memories of a lifetime. At 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, we're breaking down the best extras at the National Aviary. Want to feed a penguin or have an owl land on your arm? We're going to talk about what's worth the splurge. And then at 6 p.m., we are heading to Germany to talk about the Allwetter Zoo. And we'll be discussing their unique all-weather paths and the special animal interactions you can only get there. If you've ever wondered, is that VIP pass actually worth the money? Friday is the day we find out. If you love travel hacks and getting the most out of your zoo visit, you have to be subscribed. I'm going to save you money and show you the best way to spend it on Friday. Hit the button and turn on the bell. Drop a comment right now. What is one animal you would pay extra to have a one-on-one encounter with? Let me know in the comments below. I was surprised myself, to be honest. D-Man, I can't answer that until I've done some research. It could, in some zoos. I saw footage last night of something incredibly sad. There is such a thing as tiger wine in China. And it is, they set up farms. They don't call them farms. They call them tiger zoos. And what they do is they will breed the tigers and honestly, it's a little bit like a puppy mill, if you're familiar with that term. And they raise the tigers and then make tiger wine. Guys, I'm not going to talk too much about it because, believe it or not, people have been unalived because of this. That's how serious they are about this. So, yeah. I think it's a video on YouTube talking about it. It's kind of scary. Yeah. It is a very disgusting thing. Or at least, I'm sorry, I find it gross. It is not pretty. Also, I have discovered a new favorite YouTuber. His channel is called My Wild Backyard. And very, very cool. He knows what he's talking about. I'm going to see if I can get you a URL to his channel so you can check him out. I don't know if he goes live, but he really, really gets you up close to animals like you would not believe. This is the guy that I learned about the hackled orb weaver, which is an incredible, incredible little spider that does not produce venom. There's no venom. It literally kills its prey by spinning it up inside a web and basically strangles them. I know, crazy, right? Brutal, huh? And that was in this guy's channel that he talks about it. Very smart, not afraid to get out there and do what needs to be done to record. Yeah. And on YouTube, if you wanted to look more about that up, you can do so. Oops, I clicked on the wrong thing. No. This is a very, these tiger farms are a very real thing, guys. It is not something that I'm making up. So that is another thing that if you want to look it up, you can. Might I suggest, though, that if you do want to look it up, do it when you don't have a full stomach, because it's a lot. They're going to cover things that are just downright bizarre. In Laos, they were told you had to close down the farms. But what they did is instead of closing them down, they just changed the name to tiger zoos and allowed them to continue use. And some of these guys will hurt you. So, I don't want to go that route. I really don't. But you can learn about it if you want to. Do your research. That's why I always suggest, if you're on vacation and you're at a place that allows you to handle baby tigers, it's best to walk away. It is best to walk away. Places that let you do that are not, they don't have the animal's interest at heart. Now, on the other hand, if you visit a animal sanctuary and they tell you that they are a no hold, no contact organization, that's the way it should be. I respect people who have raised these animals. But the public at large, they are not, these cubs are not photo opportunities. I'm not being two-faced when I say that. They are the offspring of something that can unalive a person. And they deserve respect. I want to reiterate what I talked about this morning. They want to open up the boundary waters in Minnesota for mining purposes. They want to strip the protections from it. There are already foreign countries that have taken interest in it. We need to say no. But I don't know. That is all I have. Sorry if I babbled too much. I don't usually get political on my channel, but these are bigger issues than not bigger issues, but these are environmental issues that we need to be aware of. I'm not going. I just wanted to wrap that part of it up because it's depressing. Tomorrow's video, finally, I am bringing you guys false gharials. I learned a lot. Stuff I knew, but I didn't know. It's GHARIALS. They're a freshwater crocodilian. And rare. I don't know. I don't know just how rare. Let's see. Oh, wow. 16 places in the United States. The Bronx Zoo, which is a really nice small city zoo. The Los Angeles Zoo, Miami Metro Zoo, the Audubon Zoo, but no place really close to me, and the National Zoo. In the United Kingdom, at the Crocodiles of the World, the Chester Zoo, I think it's Pagington, at the Primley Zoological Gardens, and the Call of the Wild Zoo. has them. Yes. As well as the Lowry Park Zoo or the Tampa Zoo, St. Augustine Alligator Farm and Zoological Park, the Pittsburgh Zoo and Aquarium. So yeah, a lot of places. There's a few places you can see them. They're a real impressive gator. There is a common. I don't know if it's a common gharial. I've always just referred to it as a gharial. It is. It is coming back. Supposedly, it's coming back. That's what they're saying. I'm hoping they'll bring it out on DVD like how it was originally. Fun fact, the false gharial has 84 interlocking teeth. And they have a smile that only a mother could love. Oh. I don't know if I have any DVDs of it. By the way, I have decided that in this game, the Ark Survival Evolved, I've decided that piranhas are trash. They are vile creatures. Oh no. These are not like, these are nothing like our piranhas that we have. These are monstrous piranha. There's even giant beaver in this game. I have even seen ground sloths. I usually get so far in the game and then I end up in trouble. I need to make sure that I restart. Okay, guys. I don't blame you. I like to switch my stuff up every once in a while. Just to make it a little bit more naturey. What I should do is make the picture represent the seasons. But whatever. You click on your picture, go to profile. No. Hold on. So click on your name. So if you're just coming into YouTube, you'll have your purple C up in the corner, the right hand corner somewhere. Click on that. It'll say view your channel. Yeah, that is true, Nature Fan 101. And then, actually, maybe it's in settings. No. Then you can click on the banner, or maybe you don't have that. But I can click on banner and it'll bring it up. It is, but you can still do it. No. As long as it fits the guidelines, it shouldn't. I had to verify my accounts just to post the pictures. It was nuts. Yeah. Okay, guys, I hate to do this, but I need to go. I need to make a phone call. Um, I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Be good, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.